Hi friends, welcome to AutoCAD online training presented by Bimlabs Engineering Services Private Limited. Bimlabs is an Autodesk authorized learning partner. I'm Arya Shaji, working as a technical engineer at Bimlabs Engineering Services Private Limited. This is the part 2 video of Modify Tools. On the last video, we have discussed the modified tools till trim or extend. So the next one is erase tool. If you want to delete any object, you can use this erase tool. So first I am choosing the erase tool, then I have to select the object, then press enter. Choose the tool erase tool, then select the object, then press enter. The next one is the copy tool. So for that I'm just drawing an object here. I'm just drawing a rectangle here. I want to copy this one. So for copying that, I can either use the copy tool on the modify panel or I can use the shortkey CO. Okay. So first of all, I'm just selecting the object, then CO enter. Then I have to specify the base point. So I'm just picking the base point that as this corner point. Then if I want to give a specific distance, I can give the specific distance or I can pick any point on the screen. Okay, so I'm just picking a point here. And if I want to make a number of copies or if I want multiple number of copies, I can make it. Okay. So if I want to make a set of copies, that is if I want to make a 10 number of copies or 5 number of copies, how to do it? So for that, I have an option on the copy tool itself. So I'm just selecting the object, then copy tool, and just specifying the base point. Then here you can see an option called array. So I'm just clicking on array. Then I had to specify the number of copies. So I'm just giving the number of copies as 5 and press enter. Now you can see 5 numbers of copies of the object gets created. So I can place it wherever I want. And here you can see the distance between the base point of the source object and the copy object is specifying. Here you will be specifying the distance between the copies. That is, if I place a number of copies, I'm just going for 5 number of copies and I'm just specifying a distance like this. Here, the distance which I have specified will be from this point to this point. So all the other copies also will be created on the same distance. Then again, I'm selecting the object, copy option, enter. Then I have specified the base point here. Then I'm using the same option array tool and I have specified a number of copies as 5 number itself and then press enter. Now I have to specify the last point, that is the last point of the last object. I have to specify the total length. So in such cases, you can go for this fit option. Just click this fit and then you can specify the last point, that is the total length. Okay. Then the next modify tool is mirror tool. So mirror tool is used for making mirror copies. So for that I'm just drawing a shape here. By using the line tool, I'm just drawing a shape here. So I have to mirror this one to the left side. So for that you can use this mirror tool. You can either go for this mirror tool on this modify panel or I can use the shortkey MI. Okay, I'm just selecting the object, then MI, enter. Then I have to specify the mirror line. So I'm just picking this point as the first point and second point as this one. So now it is asked to erase the source object, yes or no. So if I want to erase the source object, I can go for yes, or otherwise I can go for no. So I'm just clicking no option here. So the source object is not erased. So that is about the mirror tool. Then the next one is chamfer tool. So on that itself, if I drop down here, you have three options: fillet, chamfer, and blend curves. The first one is fillet. So for that, I am just drawing a rectangle here. I want this corner to be curved. I want a round corner here. So for that, you can use this fillet option. You can either choose this fillet option from here, or I can use short key F. If I go for F, enter, I will get the fillet tool. Then here you can see some options like polyline, radius, etc. So first of all, I have to specify the radius. So for that, I have to click on this radius option. Then I have to specify the radius. So I'm just giving the radius as 10 centimeters and press enter. Now I have to select the first object and then the second object. Now I want a corner, I want a curved one here. So I'm selecting this one as the first object and this one as the second object. Now we can see here a curve gets created. So if I want to do this multiple times, that is for these three corners at a single step, I can do that also. So I'm just again going for the fillet tool. Then here you can see a multiple option. So again radius, then itself, then click on this multiple, then you can use this multiple times. And also here is a polyline tool here. So if I draw a rectangle once again, so rectangle is also a polyline. It's a single selection. So I'm again going for fillet tool. So if I click on this radius option, I have to specify the radius. Then I have to click on this polyline. Then if I select the rectangle, all the corners get fillet. Okay. Then here you can see here, as I fillet this corner, these two lines gets deleted. If I want the two lines to be retained there, I have an option on this fillet tool itself. So I'm again going for the fillet tool. Here you can see an option called trim. If I click over this trim tool, I have trim and no trim. If I want that lines to be retained there, I can go for no trim and then select the lines. Now here you can see here a curve gets created and also the lines gets retained there. So that's about fillet tool. Then the next one is chamfer. So for chamfer also I'm just drawing a rectangle here. So you can either use a short key CHA or you can choose a tool from the modify panel. So the short key is CHA, enter. Then here I have distance method and also the angle method. So if I go for the distance method, I have to specify the first distance and the second distance. This means the first distance means the distance from this corner to the distance from this corner point on the first line, and also the second distance means the distance from this point on the second line. So on the first line, I want the distance as 10, and on the second distance, I will give it as 20 and press enter. Now I have to select the lines. If I select this line and this line, you can see here it gets chamfered, and also no trim option is enabled. So you can see here the corner line gets retained there itself. So if I want to trim it, I can go for CHA, enter. Here you can go for trim, and then select the first line and then the second line. So as fillet itself, here also you can use the polyline option. CHA, enter. Then polyline option, simply select the object. Okay, so if I want to specify the angle, I'm again drawing a rectangle here. Then select the object, CHA, enter. Here I have an option called angle. So if I want to specify the distance of the first line and the angle of the second one, I can use this angle option. If I click over this angle option, I have to give the first line distance. So if I give the first distance as 10 and press enter, I have to specify the angle. If I give the angle as 30 and press enter, now I have to select the two lines. Now we can see the first I have to specify the distance. So that is the distance from this corner point till here. And then the second one is the angle. Angle is the angle of this line. Okay. So that is about the chamfer tool. That's all for this video. We can meet on next video with the rest of the modifying tools. Keep watching. Thank you.